Hello and welcome to the Farm Safe Schools Top 10 Tips. My name is Alma Jordan and I am the Farm Safe Schools Manager. And over the course of this presentation, I will be sharing with you my top 10 tips on how to have a very successful Farm Safe Schools journey. So the first thing we're going to ask ourselves though is what we will be doing over the course of our Farm Safe Schools journey. Well, you will be helping to create more conversations on the topic of farm safety. We're going to be encouraging, engaging, educating, and empowering our children to become our ambassadors for farm safety. We will be building and restoring connections with food and farming practices. And very importantly, we will be helping make Irish farms amongst the safest place to work and not the most dangerous. It's very important to know that a farm accounts for just 6% of all of our workplaces, but it is continuously accounting for 50% of all workplace practices. So together, we will be creating, hopefully, a much safer future on our farms for everyone. So it's important to know that the modules that you will be covering over your Farm Safe Schools journey are farmer, farm and field safety, animal safety, and module 3, which is potentially the most important, tractor and machinery safety. Over the last 10 years, 23 children have died on an Irish farm, and 80% of those accidents were down to tractors and machinery. Now, we will be asking you, in order to be accredited as a Farm Safe School, to complete 3 out of the 7 topics in each of those modules. Now, if you teach an infants class, you only need to complete 2. And again, if you want to complete 5 or 7, we absolutely encourage that. And that will mean that you'll be heading for star and superstar status in your accreditation packs. Now, even though we have these modules 1, 2, and 3, it's very important to know that you can do these modules in any sequence that you wish. So the first in my top 10 tips is to head over to farmsafeschools.ie and click on the resources tab. This will be your main destination on your Farm Safe Schools journey, okay? When you click on the resources, I ask them that you pick which class grade you are teaching. Now, if you're in a situation where you are infant classes and first class, then I recommend that you stick with the infant class curriculum, okay? And if you have, we'll say, 3rd, 4th, and 5th class, well, stick with the 4th to 6th class curriculum, okay? My third tip is that you download the suggested schedule and teacher guide, which you will find in that resources section. These will be very much your Bibles over the course of your journey, and they will assist you in answering a lot of the questions that you might have within the teacher guide, which is a 10-page document, but also the suggested schedule will allow you to see the important and key dates that you will have to remember and adhere to over the course of the journey. Now, even though we have the different modules spec'd out here at certain dates, you can do these at any time, okay? The only dates that are set in stone are here in red, and that's all to do with the submission. When it comes to submitting your accreditation packs, we ask that you start doing that between the 31st of May and the 2nd of June. We cannot accept anything after the 4th of June. That's the hard deadline. That's the only date that is absolutely set in stone. Nothing can be submitted after the 4th of June. Also in that resources page, you will have the opportunity to book a webinar. And the webinars will cover, they're for each module, and they will cover a lot of the main topics per module, okay? The ideal thing about the webinars is that they can be done at any stage of your module, at the beginning of it, the middle, or even towards the end. They're a fantastic opportunity for the children to get really engaged on the topic because they are live, and there is the opportunity for the children to ask questions during the course of the campaign. It's done in this format that we see here, and it will also have the Q&A will be open, and it's done largely with pictures and visual aids and using props that are real, that we use on our own farms here. And again, that helps really not only engage the children, but to bring home the fact that this is a very real topic, okay? It's very important that you don't just do the webinar. There is a follow-up quiz that we ask that the children take part in also. This really helps to further the learning and keep the impact of the actual content also. My fifth tip in my top 10 is that you have a look at the discussion sheets in the resources page also. That page has pretty much everything that you are going to need. You can download your schedule, download your teacher guide, and book your webinar. Further down the page, as you scroll down, you will see your discussion sheets. Now, the discussion sheets are documents that we have put together, and they will help guide you and prompt you on the different topics and modules. Okay, for example, in the infant section, under module 1, the discussion sheet breaks down the farm into different zones. Okay, such as the slurry pit, such as the animal pen, such as the chemical shed. And within each of those zones, we outline what the key dangers are and ways that children and farmers can stay safe within those particular zones. Okay, so the discussion sheets are a fantastic way to get the conversation started and to really help the children become a lot more knowledgeable on the various topics. Following on from the discussion sheets, there is a lesson plan that the children can do to really help them again firm up their learning outcomes. After the lesson plans and discussion sheets, we recommend then in my top 5, it's number 6 now, that you have a look at the worksheets. Now, the worksheets and the Spot the Danger sheets are a fantastic tool to use within classroom, or they can be used as homework content also. And that's a great thing to do because we really want the parents to become very involved on this topic also, and to really get the parents helping and learning side by side with their children. Okay, now number 7, and it's further down the page again, you will see the useful links and resources. And again, these are our way of kind of branching out a little bit and including all the organizations who have some involvement on the topic of farm safety. On this particular page, you will come across videos, different organizations and the resources that they have to teach their own particular area, such as water safety and road safety. I also recommend that you take a look at the link there for Teagasc and their Jessie Smart Kids resources. These have been developed and published by AgriKids on behalf of Teagasc, and again, will cover off a lot of the key topics that you will be covering off within the modules. Okay, and remember to use the checklist as you go along. We've already mentioned this suggested schedule and the various dates. And when it comes towards the end of your Farm Safe Schools journey, it's a good idea to tick off your submission checklist, which you will see in the back page of your teacher guide. And as you're doing your submission checklist and making sure you have covered off enough of the topics, at the bottom of that page, it will be asking you to fill out the information form, which is at the beginning of the teacher guide. And this allows us to make sure that we know what school you are, the contact name, and also in the event that if you submit a hard copy of your submission pack, that we have the address, etc., to send it back to in the event that you do want it sent back. Okay. Number 8, even though we have created a lot of resources and key tools to help you, we really recommend that you reach out into the community in order for further support in delivering this accreditation for your school. The IFA, the Irish Farmers Association, are also partners of the Farm Safe Schools programme, and you can contact your local branch to help provide an array of speakers on the different farm safety topics, and these speakers can come to you virtually. We also look at the likes of veterinarians to come in and talk a little bit around the animal aspect of the Farm Safe Schools programme. Nurses and physicians are wonderful to come in and talk about the aspects of farmer health and well-being, and also on the topic of zoonosis, which we touch on in the animal module. Farmers in your locality, they may be parents also of children within the school. They would be wonderful if they could come in and do a Q&A on farming and farm safety to once again make the topic real and really bring it to life for the children. Machinery dealers, electricians to cover off the electricity safety, Road Safety Authority and Irish Water Safety also have fantastic speakers to help you and guide you on your journey. And again, if you can come up with some other really creative ways of getting this topic spread within your classroom and to help the children learn and engage, we absolutely welcome that. Getting them to design their own posters, to create a model farm within the classroom, create a video, write a song, produce a play. We really, really can't emphasize enough that the more creative and innovative you are, the higher you will go in your accreditation status. And to be accredited is a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. If you manage to do 3 out of the 7 topics, well, then you are an accredited farm safe school. If you have submitted enough evidence and proof that you have covered off the topics, then with a great glow in my heart, I would be delighted to make you a farm safe school. But if you go for 5 out of the 7, well, then you will be a star school. And I will be absolutely honored in order to meet you. But if you go one step further again and become a farm safe superstar school, 7 out of 7 topics, or 5 if you're an infant class, then you will be taking home the top honors in the Farm Safe Schools program. And we do have incentives along the way to really help motivate you and guide you on the journey. All these details are on the Farm Safe Schools website and also within your teacher guide. And to be accredited, when you're submitting, we give you 2 options. You can do it online. Maybe you're going to create a blog page. Maybe you're going to create a web page on your school website. Maybe you're going to do an email slideshow through PowerPoint or Google Docs. Or maybe you're going to create a vlog. As long as we see evidence that the topics have been covered off and the children have really engaged on the various topics, then that is the proof for us that you deserve the accreditation. If you choose to do it by a hard copy, you can create a scrapbook, a photo album, a ring binder, or spiral bound. It's all up to you. As another little tip, I recommend you check out Canva, the graphic design platform. They have some wonderful templates for scrapbooks, especially, which when printed off or even just sent to us on email, create a lovely, lovely template and completed piece. But remember that hard deadline, nothing can be accepted after the 4th of June, okay? I can't, again, emphasize that enough, okay? And remember, share, tell us everything that you are doing. Remember, we're going to be watching. We're here to help you. We want nothing more than for you to be accredited. And if your school or if your pupils are really engaged and really enjoying the topic and the content, tell us about it. Tell us about some of the innovative ways that you're spreading the learning, that you're creating the engagement, that the learning outcomes are taking place, that the farm safety conversations are going from the classroom maybe into the home and into the wider community. We really want the children to be the vehicles of change on this topic. And this program has been designed in order to make that happen. So whether it's artwork, whether it's projects, whether it's children at home on their own farms, implementing some of the ideas and tips that they have learned, tell us all about it on your various social media platforms. Use the hashtag FarmSafeSchools and don't forget to tag us too. And number 10, we do have incentives along the way. The first incentive happens over the course of the actual program. It's the FBD Farm Safe Regional Champions. The FBD Trust are supporting this program, and without their support, we would not be able to run it to the extent that we have been able to. So the FBD Farm Safe Regional Champions is where we ask you teachers to nominate children in your class who are really going above and beyond what is expected of them over the course of the program. They're highly engaged. They're so willing. They're so passionate. We want to know about it. You can nominate your FBD Farm Safe Regional Champions on the awards tab on the farmsafeschools.ie. Just fill in the application form. We will be announcing 4 winners in April and 4 more winners in May. You can nominate as many children as you like, because in our eyes, they're all superstars. And if children you nominated aren't picked in April, well, they're automatically eligible and entered into the May call out also. Okay, and the child and the children who are deemed the winner, we're going to have 4 from each region, so up to 8 in total. They will not only win a certificate to announce and confirm their farm safe champion status, they will also win a family trip to Dublin Zoo. And the second incentive we have along the way, and this is only open to our superstar accredited schools, so those schools who have done 7 out of 7 topics, 5 out of 5 if they're infants, we're going to be looking for that school that has really shone throughout, and they are going to become our FBD Farm Safe School National Champion. There's a cash prize on offer here. And the only ask that we have is that you use the money to invest into the welfare and well-being of your students. Maybe you have art supplies that you want to buy. Maybe there's some technology you need to invest in. Maybe you want to get a school stage or some more sports equipment. We really want that money to impact the children and their welfare and their well-being, and we want to know all about it. The only thing you have to do in order to be eligible to enter the FBD Farm Safe School National Champion is to go for our superstar status. And then during the accreditation process, which is down to us, we will be choosing that national champion. This is an opportunity for us to really reward children and schools' innovation, passion, and commitment to farm safety, and to bring this conversation from your classroom into the wider community in order to really, really enact change. And that could be it, guys. You could be on your way to becoming the very first farm safe school. Okay, this is a pilot program, and we really, really want to do everything we can to support you and help you along the way, because we truly believe that together we can make a big difference. If you have any questions or any queries that aren't covered off in this presentation or indeed in any of the teacher guides, check out farmsafeschools.ie and submit your query, or get in touch directly at office@agriaware.ie. We're very excited for the journey that you're about to start, and we cannot wait to see you all very, very soon. Until then, be farm safe and stay farm safe. Take care. Bye-bye.